Welcome to Rock Around the Clock, Google Stadia news and gameplay live at the same time every day, Monday to Friday. Every day we check out the latest Stadia news across the internet live, closing with Stadia gameplay and chat with your host Rock and occasional guests. But first, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss out on the latest Stadia news. If you'd like to support my content, please consider joining Team Rock by hitting the join button on this page. Hello! Sorry, I was a little bit late there. You were probably thinking, where's he gone, Rock? Come back! It's okay, I'm here. It's all good. Happy Labor Day if you're in the States. That's a good day to have, a Labor Day. We kind of have one of those, but I don't think it's until May. But I might be wrong. But it's good because it celebrates the working individual, which, let's face it, that's pretty much all of us, isn't it? Hope you're keeping well. Hope you had a great weekend. Let me know if the audio is a tad loud. I've boosted myself because over the weekend I was told that my shows are all a little bit quiet around the old vocal, and that's not good for anybody, is it? Great to see so many of you in the chat as always, you lovely, lovely people. We have Jeff. Yes, Jeff, I know it's Labor Day in Canada too. Did I just say in the States? I meant North America because Mr. Scar told me that it was Labor Day today, and it's good. It's a good thing to have, and I love the way that you've spelled it, Jeff, as well, which is, of course, in the anglicised fashion. Not the Americanized fashion for Labor Day, but it's all good. Joe, good to see you. Mostly, you get your package before you left. Mostly? I do get my package before I leave. This is quite true. Don't worry, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking to mostly Martinez, weren't you? But yes, no, it's good to have your package before you leave, because otherwise when you get to your destination and you realise you've left it behind, ain't no getting out of that one, is there? Nimbus Cloud says, hey, everyone. Good to see you too, Nimbus. Hope you're keeping well. And here he is himself, the very man, Mr. Martinez. Oh, I just had a little thought, and it hurt me. So, because they do. When you get to my age, thoughts can be quite painful. I noticed that it got chopped off at the end. So I'll just fix that for you, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. It won't happen again, I promise you. And what was it that he said? He said, no, not yet. I think tomorrow, our gaming dad. Oh, I want to know what this package is now. I feel like I should be aware of people's packages. Let us know in the chat what your package was, my friend. Now I've got all sorts of monitor gubbins going on here, so if you see my eyes going up there, it's because I would be looking over here. But short story long, my daughter needed a new monitor for her PC, which is why she's now playing Stadia and all that stuff. So I donated one of my 4K monitors, and then the old 4K monitor that I took back from storage because it kind of wasn't that good, I can't find the power supply for. So I've ordered a new one. So I'm working on one monitor and this huge TV up in the heavens here. So apologies for that. And then while I was there, I noticed that my head was a little bit to the right. So I'm just going to bring back, there we go, it's better. Right, let's get back to entertaining. Get your balls in the air. Stadia Pro Gaming. William, how are you, bro? What have we got? What's he showing me? He's showing me Lit. It's a good one. I like Lit. And then I'm not sure what the next one is. It looks like a sort of like somebody in a black belt, like a judo outfit or something, and lots of love. And that's, let's face it, nothing wrong with that. It's good to have lots of love. Big Steve, how are you, my friend? He's given me the members, golden stars, and the thumbs up. Awesome stuff to see you. Absolutely awesome. Josiah there having a little chuckle, mostly Martinez. It's always good. Happy Cloud Gamer. Ladies and gentlemen, The chat is complete. Martin from Norvège has finally arrived. He's just got home from work. There you go. You see, folks, you're just starting out on your Labour Day, and you're packing a picnic maybe, or maybe the village, maybe the town have got a barbecue going on, maybe the local church have got something going down. It's pouring with rain here over in England, Leicestershire. As I look out the window, it's pretty nasty. So it's the end of the picnic season for us, I'm afraid. There's no picnic in the basket. That was my rubbish Yogi Bear impression. Dre, you, great to see you, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. Has it settled down weather-wise in España for you? I hope it has. Oh, look, it's my very dear friend Raymond. How are you, my closest buddy, the gaming cyborg? He's got lots of eyes all lit up with love and the Stadia logo. Good to see you, my friend. I thought it was intriguing that Black Nuts was coming to the LG TV hub. I thought you'd like that. I wonder if they're looking to expand out into the States, Ray. If they don't already, I guess. Interesting stuff. Hey, mostly. Do you know what? It's quite disconcerting, mate, that your name starts with mostly. Because everyone that says hello to you, it's like they're saying, well, kind of hi, but not totally. What else we got going on here? This is great. Gamer Mink's in their house. Let's go! With his little rabbit. With his little rabbit that is really a mink. Okay, don't let anybody tell you different. That is a mink. And then we've got everyone else saying hello. And then we've got Vet in the chat as well. Hey, Vet. Right, so shall we scuttle off over to the news? Let's do it. Dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee, boop. You know, I have a little play. I play with my templates and my format all the time. Oh, that's bit my tongue. But I haven't done much this week. Well, I kind of have. Oh, hang on, the screen's got small. Let me sort this out here. I've got it all going on now. It's good. It's all good. There we go. Look at that. Yes, anyway, new background, a new kind of simpler background, which you can't really see because I'm in amongst the theme and stuff, but removed a lot of the stuff behind me to make it cleaner. Nice little blue light kicking in there. Arguably, I may be a little dark, and that could be fixed quite easily by messing about with my lighting. Like that, you see. But that's right, my face! Oh, I'm going to turn into a mugwai. Oh. I'm just going to go back to the chat here. And Stadia Pro's now showing us his full sporting atonement. We have golf, and we have the judo thing again. Which could be taekwondo or it could be karate. I have no idea. And he's got his championship cup. Tally, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Right, let's have a quick wander through the old annals of Stadia news, shall we? Not much in the usual places. A few little things of interest that we can have a look at. Gravatar Recharge. Now, Atari teased that there was more to come in September. Well, we knew that, didn't we? Because they're throwing out those recharged games like there's no tomorrow, and we know that they're all going to come to Stadia. So that is good. And our good friends over at Stadia Source. Oh, I've got something new to show you guys, actually. I'm going to do this just now. I think you'll like this. I mean, it's not massively brilliant, but so we're looking at this, okay, and you're thinking, Rock, it's good, but I can't really see it very well because of your amazing laptop thing that you've created. Look, I've got a new screen. Here I am. And if you look up the top here, look, I've got the URL of any page that I'm visiting. Look at that. All magnified and stuff, so you can like make a little note of it. I'm possibly a little bit too far. Let me just pull me over. There we go. So then you see, when we're looking at things like we were the other day, like that controller, and I was pointing out how out of focus it was, and you couldn't really tell. Well, now we can come into this screen and we can zoom in and have a look at it in detail. We still get chat coming up above my head. How cool is that? But it isn't as cool as the laptop. So let's get back there. Gravatar Recharged. Oh, hang on. What's this? Happy Cloud Gamer's got a massive story to tell us. So I did walk home from work looking at people running. It's funny to see how different people run. So I think I had a whole story who was running past me. I love these little insights into Happy Cloud Gamer's head and his life. And it's lovely that you share them with us, my friend. It's a thing of absolute European beauty. You can imagine him on the Viking ship, can't you? They're all kind of getting mustered and ready to invade, and they're coming up to the English coast, and there's old Happy going, yeah, when I was walking to the ship, I was just muttering to myself how people prepare for battle. And they'll go, oh. Bless him. And I love him dearly, and he knows it. There he is. So, Atari has recently promised a flurry of their classic titles to the Stadia platform in brand new recharged forms, some of which are already available to play. Yep. So we've had recharged Centipede, we've had recharged Yars, we've had, we're still waiting on Breakout, Asteroids, Black Widow. Which ones are you looking forward to? I've got to be honest, for me it's Asteroids. That was out of all of the whole gamut of Atari games that we've been promised, that was the one I'm really looking forward to. I'm not 100% sure what Gravatar's all about. Have our friends got a link anywhere? It doesn't matter, because looks like they've got it from Stadia Dosage, and we're going to pop over there in a minute, so we'll have a little look. It's all good, isn't it? Now I think that was it over at Stadia Source for any new news. Yeah, Gamer Binks, he's same as me, he's well up for Asteroids. Totally, my friend. That's the one that I want too. I loves me some Asteroids. But I'm quite keen to see what Gravatar looks like. Let's skip down to their article. Here we are, over our friends at Stadia Dosage. And Gravatar at this time of writing has Stadia listed. Oh, it's coming. I mean, I don't think you need any specific evidence of it. Whether it's the next one or not, though, that's interesting, isn't it? Blimey. Did you hear that thunder? It's truth, I thought my chair was bad enough. I brought this chair downstairs and it's really hurting my butt. It's still going. Oh, I may have you on audio filter that filters background noise out. Wow, that's a rumble and a half. It sounds like a jet going over. Gravatar recharge was not confirmed. It could simply be a clerical error. Yeah, now it's coming. They're all coming. I'm absolutely convinced of it. Okay, so I'm not sure what it looks like. Let's go and should we go and have a little peep elsewhere? Let's go to the Atari website. Atari recharged games. Let's have a look. Here we go. It's Video Chums. Here we are. Atari recharged. Recharge.atari.com. So there's our friends at Yars. What have we got here? That's Yars, isn't it? That's Yars. That's Yars and Yars. There's Yars and Yars of Yars. Gravatar. Here it is. Let's have a look at this one then. Mink says, I reckon I'm too young to have played any Atari games, so my first plays were the Recharge games. Yeah, and that's a great thing, isn't it, my friend? It's opening them back up to a whole new audience. On the one hand, you've got us old fuds, right, that remember them first time round, and it's lovely and nostalgic, and they look great. And then you've got new folks like yourself that never experienced them first time around and getting a chance to play them, which I think is absolutely awesome. Jeff is here. Jeff says they have to bring ET. Oh mate, I would love it if only as a kind of April Fool irony that somebody actually made a game out of that poor title that ended up in a skip worth thousands. Oh, here we go. Look, here it is. Oh, yes. Probably hear that. Can't you? Let me turn the music off. So it's one of those where you've got like a little asteroids ship, and yeah, you have to do those little tiny boosts to get you around the map. Oh yeah, this is a kind of game I love. God, thunder's got going again. Crikey, oh Charlie, that's loud. My daughter has a massive hatred of thunder. I should imagine she's up there cowering and crying. She literally hates it that much. What's up, Rocket Chat? It's Chariot Man Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. The one and the only. The magnificent Chariot Man. How are you, my friend? I hope you're having a great Labour Day. It's either starting off or it's been kicking around for half a day for you. But I hope you haven't got the thunder that we've got here. It's absolutely hideous. So there's Gravatar. Pilot your ship through treacherous terrain. Yes, loving it. But I'm sorry, at the end of the day, when all's said and done, there's only one game that me and Mink are looking. Here you go. This looks really cool, doesn't it? I mean, I would definitely be into this. I'd love this. At the end of the day, when all's said and done, though, Asteroids is the one. Asteroids is the one. But I don't know where it is anymore. Let's go back to the home page. It's down here somewhere. Because I saw it. Breakout as well. Oh yeah, I forgot. Breakout's a great game as well. That was always really cool. I bet that looks really neat as well. Oh yeah, look at this. Breakout was always a... Oh no, look, this fellow looks a bit like Martin, the Happy Cloud Gamer, but with a big bushy beard. How fantastic is that? Yeah, Breakout would be good. That would be good. Where's Asteroids then? Oh, imagine if you could win one of these. A proper console. The whole box thing. Oh, that's good old Steve, wasn't he? And of course, Apple have got their big event this week as well. I think it is Wednesday. Basic Math Recharged? No, we don't want a Basic Math. That's no fun for nobody. Get out of it. Right, that's that. Anyway, it'll be coming soon. Of that, our two big newsy chums are convinced. Also, on Stadia Dosage, they reported there was a tweet that went out from good old CD Projekt Red last week, I think it was, September 6th. No, September 6th is tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central Europe, so that'll be 4 p.m. UK, I guess, about 8 a.m. West, 11 a.m. East. Yeah. And basically they said, choom, whatever that means. There's something new on the horizon, a special episode of Night City Wire. We will talk about our upcoming anime Cyberpunk Edge Runners and what's next for Cyberpunk 2077. See you on Tuesday. Yeah, so anyway, our good chums at Stadia Dosage said, developer CD Projekt Red has announced via Twitter that a special episode of Night City Wire, it's their kind of what's coming up. There's a great one as well that Ubisoft do for Division, which is really good and worth checking out, but I forget what that one's called. They have them kind of once a month, once every couple of months. Worth checking them out because there's some interesting stuff coming up on Division, actually. We might cover that if we get time. They will be airing it this coming Tuesday, which is, of course, tomorrow. What's next for Cyberpunk? This news follows a leak in May that contained dialogue from what was likely an in-development expansion for the game. The content of the update's not known, and it could be that the update is in fact the rumoured DLC. So yeah, they were basically back in May. They talked about this kind of anime side DLC. I don't think it was part and parcel of the main project. I have a feeling it was even. In April, the company released an infographic that suggested half of its development team was working on this expansion. Fingers crossed they'll have it done in time for the holidays. Cyberpunk is available on Stadia. It is indeed. Critics praised. Yeah, it was really, I think for a lot of the haters, I'm not a big fan of that phrase because I'm sure most of them don't give a toss either way, but certainly it was the thing that, it was almost the coming of age of Stadia. When Cyberpunk came out, day and date, and it was head and shoulders better than the versions on console, and it was on a par, if not in some respects even better than on PC. I think it really showed what a good port and cheese. No, sorry, separate conversation. A good port of a game can do when it comes to Stadia. So anyway, check it out tomorrow if you're into Cyberpunk. As long-term followers will know, I'd love to be. I just can't get into it. I'd love to though. Chariot Man is loving those Atari games. Yeah, man. Just You're just a content creator like everybody else. Yeah, we all love games, don't we? Ray saying, hit that thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, get the old likes in. And after the show, leave a little chat, leave a little note in the what you call it's downstairs comments, because it all helps boost the. See, when YouTube sees the thumbs up, it thinks, people like this show. Maybe we should share it wider afield. Same with the little discussions, any comments down in the chat as well, particularly positive ones. So if I go and give you a thumbs up and a heart and comment, it goes a long way to getting the show out there. So let's do it. And then the more Stadia followers, the merrier. Unitrix is here. Hello, my friend. How are you? Great to see you too. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you're having a lovely Monday. So I sounded like the dude. I sounded like that dude from Borderlands then. Stadia stats. Yeah, Jack, as you know, spends a huge amount of time compiling stats. I know he kind of follows traditions, gaming traditions, and there's certainly loads there to check out if you want to. There's a few content creators and a few community members getting a shout out. I think I've been there somewhere myself. Danjoy gets one. He's hitting 200. Is actually surpassed. Where is he down here? Surpassing 200 followers. Lo-Fi Monks got up to 220 subscribers. There's a weird thing now, it's kind of coming back, but they tend to do that. The numbers do that. Unitrix is doing great. We're just playing some UFC. Cool. Play some Siege. Get that in. Absolutely. Got to get your Siege in, my friend. Dandroid, he's hitting the 200. And then we got Sunny Cloud Gaming, who's like, he's going further than that rocket, let's face it, the one that NASA can't get off the ground. He's about to hit 25,000 subscribers. Once you get to a certain level, it just goes exponentially up. As long as you keep doing the content, and people keep liking it, and turning up and following and subscribing and all those other things, which you lovely folk do, and it's deeply appreciated. My good friend Primo, he's about to hit 2,000 YouTube subscribers as well. Now, he's really upped his game since he's got back from that mountain peak that he went on to do some soldiering and some training, and he's pushing content out pretty much every day, so check him out. Some good stuff as well. Stadia Francais and Stadia Rokk will pass 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Awesome stuff. Young Ninja Guy, he's banging away there. He's now up to 500, which is great to see. Header and Stadia Party Chat both hitting 200. Again, two alumni of Stadia Dosage, both doing excellent stuff in the community. Larry Legend G and Already Exist will pass 100 subscribers. These are all great content providers. Let me quickly whip over to News Screen Detailed so you can see the URL. There you go at the top. stadiadosage.com/Stadia-stats-September. But just get yourselves over to stadiadosage.com and then you can check out the links for those amazing dudes. Look at this. Young Four Scars Gaming is about to hit 10,000 followers on Twitter. Wowsy. Myself, I'm in the next line. Woohoo! I'm about to hit 2,000. I think I'm about 30 shy of 2,000, something like that. But I do have to confess, folks, this is my newest Twitter account. I do have three more, one of which has about 15,000 subscribers or followers, and the other one has 7,000. So, I've got a few, but they're all different things and different interests and stuff, and business and bits and pieces. But it is great, and it's lovely to see people. Who else we got here? We've got a load. They're up to 1,000, 500, 200 pounds and so on. Great stuff. Good to see. The important thing is it's great to see that everybody is on the ascension, which is a mark of where Stadia is, I believe, as well. Seeing it. Task UK Gaming. Hey, been meaning to watch your show for a while. Well, thank you, my friend. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, and I really appreciate you popping in. So hope you enjoy it, and please do come back. You're always welcome. There's always a log on the fire and a glass of something probably darker than this, a waiting with a little plate of cheese and biscuits, because that's what we do, right? Mr. Crow is in. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much. Spreading the love there. And Captain, hey, my friend, how are you? Hi, Rock, and hi-ho-hey to you. I'm supposed to, interestingly enough, the chat thing that's supposed to respond, if you put hi in, it's supposed to say hi back. And I can set it up that if it won't work at the moment, so I don't think it does. But if you do something like !point joke, it tells you a joke. I don't think it's set up, so you can try if you like, but I don't think it will work. Dead Drop Studios reaches 50% Kickstarter funding. That's really rocketing as well, isn't it? I can't remember how long it's set for. I think it's a couple of months. But to have got halfway through, and to be fair, I have seen this everywhere. It's being marketed all over the shop. Everybody is pushing it hard, trying to get him up to his goal. So the goal, I think, is about $60,000. There's no doubt Stadium's played a big role. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just Stadia push the heck out of this. But there have also been stores in his hometown that have been popping up on the window about supporting it and stuff. Isn't that lovely? Martinez, I knew somebody would give it a go. Humour me. I could actually get it to work quite quickly. Okay, bear with me 1 second, just for the joke, all right? Just because it's you. Let me find it here. It's down here. I'll tell you when it's ready. That's that one. And now I go up here and copy this. Now let's just hope I don't destroy. If I destroy the stream now, please don't tell me off. I'm just an innocent man, as Billy Joel once said. Right, I'm going to paste that in. There it goes. Save out, and then come out of studio mode. Right, give it a go. That's exclamation point joke. And I don't know if it's caps and stuff as well. It should work. I'm keen to see what comes up. Some of the jokes, I mean, they're massive dad jokes, right? But some of them are quite funny. They made me chuckle. The joke, here we go, Crow's got one in. There you go. There are 10 types of people in this world. Those who understand binary and those who don't. These are automatic. That's actually quite funny. There are 10 types. You see, because it's on and off, isn't it? It's binary. That's clever. I mean, that's a coder's joke. That's lovely. I love that. Those who understand binary. There you go. Now, I don't know how many jokes there are in the database, but I get a feeling we're going to be seeing that used a lot. Anyway, there you go. So Outbreak Studio, doing absolutely amazing. Sorry, Dead Drop Studios. The game is Outbreak, Shades of Horror. Good man, well done. Britons are using an advert. We don't want that. Gravatar, we've done. Good. We've done all of Stadia Dosage. Let's go. Why? Oh, this is a good one for Martin. Here we go. Why does Norway have barcodes on their battleships? So what? Oh, hang on. So when they get back to port, they can Scandinavian. Oh, these are good. Come on, you're not going to get these anywhere else. I'm putting this out as a short afterwards. I love that. That's a flipping good joke. That's going to go. It's going in. Right, let's have a quick look at 9 to 5 Google. And just see if we've got any news over here. No, looks like it's pretty much the same as before. Now, here's a bit of news, guys. You may or may not remember, we did cover this off on Stadia Rokk Show. How did I know I was Norwegian? Hey, that's a good point. Mostly Martinez's mum is Norwegian. He is actually literally 50% Norwegian. Psychic joke telling, my friend. Dan, how are you, buddy? Great to see you in the chat as well. Hope you're keeping well. Our day's almost over, mate. But our lovely friends across the pond, they're enjoying they've still got at least half a day. Some of them a full day of Labour Day, so they can put their feet up and enjoy a lovely day. How cool is that? Yes, we covered this off on Stadia Rokk Show a little while ago. Way come back, microphone. And what had happened then was Peggy. had rated Snowtopia for Stadia. And we all said, oh, it's going to come, it's looking good. And then today, I believe, ESRB have now rated it for Stadia as well. So that's a double thumbs up. Those aren't thumbs, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever get confused, because it could be fatal. I have, as a special treat for you, I have got a video over here of Snowtopia. Would you like to see it, children? Let me go to news screen detailed so we can have a look at it in a bit bigger. There we go. Let's play, shall we? I've turned the audio off because I'm not sure what the music's like. Actual RCE footage. Oh, and I've not looked at this myself either, so we might need to whiz it forward. So what it basically is you build a ski resort. Not only do you build a ski resort, though, on top of building the ski resort, you get to actually ski on, in and around your resort. So there you go, look at this. So you can literally create all your different tracks, and you can go on or off piste and slap your lifts in and stuff. You can even yodel if you want to. Martin, I could see you up there doing yodeling. And why not? This is right up the Scandinavian Boulevard, isn't it? This actually looks really cool. So we did have the Sky, what's it called, Skyline, the recent city sim, and this one is very specific. Here he goes. Look, he's pulling out his track, Mrs. And there you go. Look, you see. And then you have to obviously you've got to build a thing that's going to get people to come, and then you have to manage them and all that stuff. Snow flipping Topia. How much fun does this look? Tallies in with a bit of yodeling. Nothing wrong with a bit of yodeling, my friend. It's the Scandinavian equivalent of the primal scream. Did you know that? When they're really tense and they go up on a mountain, yodeling. And it attracts women and bears as well, apparently. So it's a lovely thing that takes place in Scandinavia. Right, so anyway, this is Snowtopia. I have no idea when it's coming, but my guess is this month. Just in time for the winter to set in as well, I guess. But yeah, this does look fun. Let's whiz it forward and see what because he said his actual strapline for the video, and this is a guy called Real Civil Engineer. So you can imagine he's doing all these he's got 1.3 million subscribers, wowzer. But you can imagine this is his thing, doing these kinds of simulators. And his strapline is, I built a multi-million-dollar ski resort where skiing is optional. Snowtopia. It does look fun, doesn't it? I reckon it looks absolutely fun as anything. Right, let's get the heck out of there. So there you go, got that one to look forward to, folks. And I reckon we're going to get that one pretty darn soon, as in this month. Yeah, Penguin did do a stream of it, Dre. Adam at Original Penguin did do a stream of it. Yeah, I mean, it's like most of these games, they exist elsewhere. So if you've got a PC or an Xbox or whatever, and it's elsewhere, you can do all of those things. Nimbus would definitely play this. And GamerBink says, now keep in mind, folks, Snowtopia is early access. Yes, the last thing you want to do is play it and find the snow's melted, because then you ain't getting nobody there. What kind of stuff can happen? Did I just see David Wilson mentioned? There he is. Howdy, folks. How are you, David, my good friend? Hope you keep. Why is howdy cloudy? This is the greeting that we've become accustomed to, David. Howdy cloudies. Not howdy folks. That's just anybody could have said that. We need the special love from you, my friend. Task is in with the yodeling. Absolutely. We should do a group yodeling, and just to get rid of stress at the end of a Monday, or the beginning of a Monday, or the middle of a Monday, depending where you are. Al Davis, Mr. Code Z. Hello to you, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. You're lucky that you came in just at this moment, Al, because you missed the yodeling, which would have, with somebody with musical ears like your good self, would have been very sensitive, possibly hurt them. Loving the show as always. Thanks, Al. Appreciate that, my friend. Oh, mate, David, you haven't disappointed me. Not in the literal sense. I'm just sort of giving you some fatherly advice. Once you have a strap line, like Good to see you. Nice to see you. To see you nice. You've got to keep it. You've got to treat it like a child. You've got to nurture it and grow it and make it yours in the image of your very good self. Right, so that was on ESRB. And we got to that moment of the show, ladies and gentlemen, with 20 minutes to go, where we will take a look at today's Twitterings. Now, I've got a ton, as always. I'm just trying to find my Twitter. I probably have shoved it in here. Yes, here it is. Here it is. And we go straight to the bookmarks, as always. We start with one which is kind of not really Stadia related, but on the day that the UK welcomed in the next Prime Minister, and in the words of The Who, meet the new boss, same as the old boss, we are headed into a winter of mass discontent where we're all going to be bankrupt. So, Mr. Tom Warren, bless you and thank you, Tom, has given us a hint here that if you are in the UK or Europe, I am. It's time to enable the Xbox Energy Saver mode. It could save you up to £5 per month. That is not to be sniffed at, ladies and gentlemen, as energy costs continue to soar. Oh, do they just. Let me put this into perspective for all my friends around the world that aren't in the UK. France has put a cap on its energy rates at 4%. So they will indeed see an increase on energy costs, but it will be 4%. The UK, on the other hand, has done absolutely nothing because, let's not get too political, but the gas companies are huge donors to our government. Therefore, we are going to face 600% increases over the next few months, and businesses are already going bust because they don't even have that much of a cap, and they are seeing absolutely obscene price rises. The biggest joke is only 7%, I think it is, it may be a little bit more than that, of our energy comes from gas. The rest of it, and a lot of it, is from renewables. Hey ho, them's the breaks. But I think also worth noting that you can do a similar thing with PlayStation as well. So it's probably a good idea to have a look at all your kit and see whether you put your eco mode on. As much as it might dim the screen a bit or do some other stuff, it will nonetheless help out. Yes, David cannot wait for Burning Bin Winter. Mate, we are going to be... I've got a load of old clothes. They're not so much they don't fit me anymore, they just look a bit rubbish. So we'll be having a nice bonfire and inviting the neighbours round. Yeah, Martinez, it is absolutely disgusting. But there you go, such is life. We move on to stuff more related to Stadia. My very good friend John noted today that LG has updated the user interface on their televisions. These are, if I'm correct, they're late 21, all of 22 moving forward. So I've got a 20 LG C8 and the new interface doesn't work on there. And there's no gaming hub and you can't play Stadia on it. But I'm intending to get a new one at some point if I can make it through the winter of mass discontent. But we do have, from John, a little note that they have updated their dashboard for LG TVs. They've increased the gaming shelf to include cloud gaming. At the moment it only shows GeForce Now, but Stadia and other gaming services will be added soon. So that's cool. I don't know, and you guys, anyone that has the Samsung hub or indeed the LG TVs that can run Stadia, do they only run at 1080p? That's always been my experience. Anything that's non-native. So for example, if I play Stadia on my Shield TV, my Shield Pro, it's fixed at 1080. If I play GeForce on my Google TV, Chromecast with Google TV, that's at 1080. Whereas if I play Stadia on my Chromecast with Google TV, I can get the full res up to 4K, as we all know, and equally the same with GeForce on the Shield. So I'm looking forward to the day when there's parity. And when I say parity, I'm not talking about a lovely multicoloured bird that says, who's had my bread, and that kind of stuff. Oh yes, young Reddit Stadia's noted that The Division Heartland is now available in the Ubisoft store as listed as coming soon. Now, let's go and have a little butcher's hook, as we say. in certain parts of this county at the store, because I think, and my mind's a little bit wibbly wobbly, but I think that, let's do a little Heartland search up here. Hopefully, yep, you can see that, that's all good. Where, oh, where is Division Heartland? Oh, it's not here. Are you pulling our plonker, Reddit? Division, let's just look at everything Division. Division 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Interesting. And then Breakpoint. Obviously it's moving. That's a nice bit of fuzzy search logic, that it's finding other Ubisoft titles and streaming them underneath. That's good. Good to see that taking place. Well, I can't see any Heartland, so we might have to disregard that bookmark, friends. They're now available with Ubisoft Store. Oh, you Egypt Rock. The Division Heartland is now available in the Ubisoft Store, not the Stadia Store. Okay, well, let's have a quick look at the Ubisoft Store then. Of course, the fact that it is showing on the Ubisoft Store is probably, I accept cookies, I always accept cookies, a guarantee of it coming. No, it's not a guarantee of it coming to Stadia though, is it? It's a definite guarantee of it coming to Ubisoft Plus, but it's not a guarantee of it coming to Stadia. I would love to think it will though. I'd love to think, quite honestly, that all of the Ubisoft games, the newer ones, will come to Stadia. Yes, John, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much for popping in. Good afternoon to you, sir. It's Labour Day as well for John. It's Labour Day in Canada. It's Labour Day in Newfoundland, in Alaska, in Hawaii, in Texas, in California, in Seattle, and in Vancouver. It's basically Labour Day all over the north of America. Beautiful country that it is. So there you go, I can't see it. Oh, let's do a little search, Avu. The only reason I'm doing this is not to pad out time, it's because I want to remind myself what Heartland is. Wasn't it like the multiplayer version of Division? Store, this is the store. Pre-orders, let's try pre-orders. Prince of Persia. Defiant, a Ubisoft original. Nope, not seeing it. Not seeing it. Great vid yesterday, John. They're all great vids every day, aren't they? Let's be honest. I don't mind you alerting me to stuff, but I am quite keen to see. Let's put Division in then. I would have been quicker just to have gone to the freaking Reddit link. Yeah, not seeing it. Not seeing it. Star Trek! Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Division Season Gold Edition, the expansion Last Stand Survival. Warlords. No, not there. Boo! Boo bookmark. Clockwork Origins. We know them, don't we? And they have said, unsure if Elemental War 2 is a game for you, check out the 60-minute trial on Stadia. No download, installation, or even account needed. Just play it in your browser, and if you like it, buy it on the platform. I love seeing, let me just give that a little RT, and a like. I love it when studios get behind the whole processes, the whole kind of feature set of Stadia, and basically they're out there saying, we've got this game, Elemental War 2, it's on Stadia, probably elsewhere as well, but you can go and give it a play for 60 minutes. Can't do that anywhere else. Well, you could, but you'd have to send it, you'd have to go back and say you want a refund and mess about with it and stuff. Mink makes a very valid point. It would be great if Ubisoft put more of their older games on Stadia. Yeah, and also now you'd kind of think, unless it's a keyboard and mouse only, and that's the only problem with some of these older titles, because a lot of them are, but you kind of think now it's not Sausage Factory, but it's a lot easier to port older games, older PC games specifically, to Stadia. So yeah, it'd be lovely to think that they've got a couple of fellas and fellaresses over in a corner, and that's their job, doing that. That would be nice to see, I think. But anyway, there you go. So Elemental Wars 2's got a 60-minute trial, and it's being promoted by the developer, which is great. I love this. This is an article from howtogeek.com, and they've said, excuse me, couple of days ago. Forget what you've heard. Stadia is actually a pretty good cloud gaming option. Oh, look, it's by our good friend Zach, friend of the show. See, Zach is out there tirelessly promoting Stadia, and he does it in this way. This is nice. This is what we call a Trojan horse. So he's not going overt. He's not going, what? You mean Stadia's amazing. Get out there. But he's saying, look, whatever you've heard, let me give you my opinion. And I know he's a great journo as well, so I'm sure that's beautifully written. So get yourselves over to howtogeek.com and give it a read. And Tosk UK says, older Ubisoft games? I'd say yes, please. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, get them on there. The more the merrier. I'd love to see, a massive Ubisoft library on Stadia. Hang on. Because, Luna has a separate channel, which in fairness, I don't think I stand to be actually and properly corrected, but I don't think you pay for that and Ubisoft Plus, or do you? I don't know, because I'm not a Luna subscriber. They won't give it to us. We're not allowed to play with it yet. But if it's kind of one price and it's essentially Ubisoft Plus, then that's fair enough. And GamerMink points out that Luna has Far Cry 2. There you go. So, yeah. Obviously, the difference between Luna and Stadia is that Luna, as far as I'm aware, uses the native Windows code OS. Whereas, of course, Stadia doesn't. Stadia is Vulkan based, so it's easier to put a game into the Luna arena. It's just as Far Cry 2 is also available on GeForce, because ultimately, you wrap it up in some stuff to make it work on the platform, but there's not a huge amount of work other than that needed. Whereas there's more work needed for Stadia, but a heck of a lot less than there used to be. There you go. Thanks, Minky. Dad Plays Games. We love Dad Plays Games. Don't forget as well, Thursday we've got Dad Plays Games plus Holtz89 and my good self doing another Rock Players. Gradually we're honing in and kind of tailoring, getting it right. It was 3 hours long last week, which we're going to try and not do this week. And we all got a bit excited with all the news. Dan Joy says, Rock, how long do you think it will be before we see Luna over here? I don't know. I don't have any insider info, and it's a shame because Cloudy, Duncan and I, we started the first dedicated Luna podcast, which was, I think, called LunaCast, on Twitch back when it launched, and we were hoping then it was going to come fairly soon, but it never did. So we kind of stopped doing it. There wasn't a great deal of point. We couldn't have it to test it. However, I've been told by somebody that I know who knows someone, so it's second-hand information, or third-hand, I guess, who works for Amazon Luna, and they kind of hinted that it's possibly going to be sooner than later. I remember saying this last year, thinking it would be great in time for the holidays, and it never turned up, so take that for what it is. But yeah, could be sooner than later. Yeah, I know William loves the Far Cry and the Assassin's Creed games, so you'd have no problem there. Clive, my good friend Clive, let me zoom in a bit here, it's quite tiny. I love it when Clive posts that he's finished a game, because it inspires me. He inspired me to go and play Valiant Hearts, which I still haven't finished. I'm quite close to it though. And he says he's finally cracked the case of Chicken Police, Paint It Red, and it is an amazing game. I was so pleased when it came to Stadia. If you guys haven't, check out John Scar's stream of it when it first came to Stadia. And I don't know whether Clive's actually streamed it or not. Check out Lord Kensal, which is where he tends to do most of his game streaming. See if it's there. But play it. If you're a pro subscriber, I think you can still claim it, but I may be wrong, because it may have been pulled recently. I remember seeing something about that, but it is such a fun game. Such a fun game. Crow, I was just about to put your last message up and decided that would probably get lots of hate, so I left it out. Stadia Dosage, that was just covering the same news that we covered earlier, but that's all great stuff. Then, yeah, this is really important actually. I don't know if John's still in the chat, but John, as you know, is always involved, usually always involved in a lot of the events in the community. So if it's not one that he's directly setting up, he's usually involved in the kind of, the management in there. But this one is his very own, and Caring from the Clouds, it happened last year. I took part, a load of folk took part, but he's trying to widen it out this year so that it includes more international content. I've already signed up. I was there day one. I'm definitely going to be streaming. Everybody gets to stream for their own chosen charity, so I'll probably be streaming again for the one that I did back along, what was it? I even forgot what they're called. They even sent me a DM today to say they're sending me a t-shirt for all my efforts. Anyway, you know the one, killing cancer in kids and all that stuff. So I'll be doing that one, and it's a great thing. John and I, it's another opportunity actually for me to whack some hype out there. I didn't mean to mention John. Too late, it's out there, mate. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it anyway. John and I are working together on an initiative which we will be looking to go public with soon. Not quite sure when. It could be this week, certainly over the next 2 weeks, which we think is going to be absolutely amazing. I know you guys will as well. So watch out for that one. It's just, it's mind-blowing is what it is. And it's great to be working with him on it as well. So watch out for that one. It's coming very, 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 very soon. And that's it, I think. Joe, these are ones that we covered. Yeah, these are ones we covered recently. Still my favourite video. I've left this one here because I keep sharing it with people. I love it. What's the internet? So there you go, folks. We've made it. We got to the end of the news. How cool is that? Let's go back to the welcome screen. So thank you very, very much, as always, for joining me today. It's really appreciated. Of course, tomorrow is Tuesday, so we will be doing not a rock around the clock, the big sister to this show, which is the Stadia Rokk Show. I'm hoping that John will be joining us, and William, SPG, and of course my very good friend Ray. We will be back on the old prize giveaway trail tomorrow. I haven't made my mind up yet what, but it's going to be big. And as always, the same rules apply. There will be something dropped within the show. And then after the show, there will be a little list of things that you need to do to get entered into the draw. And then on Friday, you will see the spinny wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. And don't forget, if you are a member, and there's a ton of you now, it's absolutely amazing. If you are a member, and Ray very kindly coincided that with popping this up on the screen. Thank you, Ray. If you are a member, you automatically get added into the prize draw. So whether you watch the show tomorrow or not, or see the tweets, doesn't matter, because on Friday, all 37 of you will be entered into the draw. We're also hoping, as Mink points out, that tomorrow there's a twos. Now, we don't actually know. John pointed out to me earlier that because it was Labour Day today, historically what's tended to happen is that if there's a twos the day after a holiday, it doesn't tend to happen. And of course, we're just fresh from the Stadia Pro games and stuff. So we'll see. But I hope there will be. If there won't, we'll still have all our usual fun and banter. And of course, any news that breaks between now and then will be covered on the show as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Always brilliant to see so many of you. Have yourselves a fantastic Monday. And if you do have a day off today from work or the stresses of life, enjoy it. Enjoy your family. Save the gaming for another day. Get out and enjoy the fresh air. Because it could be one of the last days before clement weather sets in and winter comes and all that stuff. So pack yourselves a picnic, throw the family in the back of the jalopy and head for the hills and go and enjoy yourself. And it's been an absolute pleasure to rock around the clock with you guys as always. I will see you tomorrow with the crew, and we'll be back on Wednesday with another one of these rock around the clocks. Take care. Rock out.